McNeil, Huntley, Jennings, Williams. Where were you when I shaped the sun? Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Where were you? Since you got so many questions, where were you when I put the dimensions of the world and put them in their accurate place? Where were you when I defied the boundaries of the sea? Where were you when I caused the Leviathan to rise up? Where were you when I carved the ice-capped mountains? Where were you when I carved and laid the valleys? Where were you when I laid green grass as a carpet across the earth? Where were you when I carved out the constellations and put the Milky Way? Where were you? Why are you asking, why am I going through this? Where were you when I laid the path for lightning? Where were you when I caused thunder to wake up? Where were you when I caused rain to fall, how far and where to stay? Where were you when I formed icicles? Where were you when I made ice come up? Where were you? Can you direct the movement of the stars, Job? Can you bind clusters of the universe? Can you direct the sequence of the seasons? Where were you? He went in 39th. He wasn't through. Do you know how many months that a deer carries its young? God was letting you and I know, as much as we don't know, if we did know, we couldn't handle what we discovered. Keep it simple. I'm going through, but I'm going to be better when I get through. I'm going through. I don't understand why, but I ain't going to stop giving God glory. I'm going through, but I've got praise in my spirit. I'm going through, but I won't give up. I'm going through, but I know who can carry me through. The 40th chapter, the Lord said to Job, do you still want to argue with me? What made you become my critic? Do you understand what I'm talking to you, Job? I am nothing. Job said, how would I ever find the answers? I'll cover my mouth with my hand. I've said too much already. I need to shut up. I ain't got nothing else to say. Then the Lord answered again from the whirlwind. This part I like. He said, brace yourself like a man, because I got some questions to you, Job, and you must answer them. Y'all look at this together. Are you going to discredit my justice and condemn me so you can say you right? Most of the time, our arguments that we have when we have bad situations is to prove to folk that we are not wrong. And all God is trying to let us know, we ain't got that much sense. We're not that smart. We just need to humble ourselves before the mighty arm of God and let God have his way. Are you as strong as God? And can you thunder with a voice like his? Then all right, put your robes of state, your majesty, give vent to your anger, let it overflow, humiliate the proud, walk on the wicked where they stand. He laid it out for him. He challenged him in the 41st verse. And then Job did something. He asked God to forgive those friends that had tried to take him out. I hope you hear this. When you're going through something, don't blame nobody. Just take it like it is. When he forgave them, God blessed him better than he was before. Look at here. I've tried to just walk through this book today. I just want somebody to leave here today to know that you'll have your dilemma, You will have your debate, but you will get your deliverance. I want you to understand that when you come through here, Satan is simply trying to attack our character. And God is trying to prove our integrity. Satan wants to attack the character by tempting us and bringing situations into our life to cause us to lose hope. And God is saying, I trust you enough that your character is refined enough, your integrity is strong enough that no matter what Satan throws at you, you will not buckle under. Satan wants to discredit our relationship with God. And God wants to improve our relationship with him. Would you stand now? I want you to what did I learn from Job? That humility is the only way that you get to deliverance. Sometimes God got to take you a whole lot of stuff to make us humble. Touch your neighbor and say, you hear that? Because God says humility is the only state of operation where we can't assist God in doing what he does best. When God moves us to deliverance, we have to reach the point that we're listening. We be able to say, I've got solid character even though I hadn't sinned. And folk got to understand that my burden ain't your burden. Your strength will be revealed to you by the burden that has been chosen for you. Your strength is going to come out of your burden. Your strength will come out of your burden. Whatever burden you carry, God has designed it for your strength to come out of that burden. You're dealing with sickness. Your prayer life is going to go to another level. You're dealing with family situations. You're going to find the crucible of your suffering is going to be the platform of your deliverance. I know it ain't making sense. You get tired, weary, frustrated, exhausted, no relief in the horizon. But our burdens are our purpose and our destiny. I hope it's saying something. God knows what you can handle, and he trusts us enough with difficulties to know that we can only depend up on him. Just say the blessing of my burdens. Father, in this house today, it's very trying to have to deal with burdens because often we don't even like to be reminded of burdens. But it's the process that kills us. It's the process that we don't want to go through. So, Lord, today I ask that you will release somebody to understand that there's blessings on the horizon. Speak now to the hearts of your people to understand that the tears are not in vain, that the sacrifice is not in vain, that the victory is already inevitable. And we stand believing as Job did. I know my Redeemer lives.